Hey YouTube, this is the one and only Miss TR. I was tagged about 4 or 5 days ago and I'm kind of late and responding. However, I'm going to respond now. Miss Lady Nika from Lady Nika on YouTube had tagged me. Now here I have 10 questions. All right, and here are the first one. Number 1, are you religious? No, I'm not religious. My definition of being religious is just going through a certain ritual, but really not believing in what you're doing. So I'm more spiritual because I'm a Christian, and I have a personal relationship with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I don't have to go to church to have that relationship with him. There's a lot of people who go to church, which we consider religious, but they don't practice what they preach or what they hear. Question number 2. Do I believe in marriage? Oh, definitely, most definitely. I'm old school. I'm almost 65 years old. I definitely believe in marriage. I don't knock those who are shacking up. But however, when you're in a marriage, it's more of a commitment, and it's not an easy way out like a lot of the young people do when they shack up. They figured that if they don't get married, then it's easier for them to leave. And to me, that's a coward way. Okay, number 3. Define love. Love to me is respect, honor, adore, and many times you will make sacrifice for your partner or for your children. Is whatever it needs to be to keep it together. And one thing that a lot of us don't do, we lust, we don't love. And there's a difference between both of them. Love is unconditional, and I'm not talking about abuse love. Love is unconditional, and it takes sacrifice. It really does. And I don't believe in that 50-50. It's 100% of each person. Number 4, do I believe in capital punishment? Yes and no. Yes, sometimes, because I see some of these monstrous, evil people that don't even deserve to breathe. I mean, they're downright evil. They cannot be rehabilitated. They're just whacked out evil and psycho like evil. And sometimes life just isn't it, because life in prison, they just make other people even in the jail system will become victims because they just don't care. Okay, number 5. Am I pro-choice or pro-life? I kind of like both of them, because you never know what the situation may be as far as pro-life and pro-choice. So that's a hard question for me, because I was working at this company before I became disabled, which I'm disabled now from from going through breast cancer. There was a woman who had a hard time getting pregnant. I prayed for this woman to be able to get pregnant, because she went through the artificial insemination, that whole thing. So she got pregnant with 4. She was blessed with 4, but somehow they talked her into aborting the 2 and keeping the 2. And I said to God, why bless her with 4 for her to get rid of them? I was really disappointed in that person. The Spirit of God told me for me not to judge, because I don't know what the situation may have been for her to make that kind of choice. So, and yesterday I was just watching someone who had, they were pregnant in their 2s, and it was like a 9-week baby. It was fully developed. Now that's an abortion, so it's like, it all depends. Some people use abortion as a form of birth control. I don't believe in that. I definitely don't believe in that. You don't use abortion as a form of birth control. So that's why I'm saying I'm iffy on pro-choice and pro-life. Okay, question number 6. How do I feel about spanking a child? There's a difference between spanking a child and beating a child. There's definitely, when I was coming up, they beat you. You know, there was like no mercy. They beat you. I disagree with that. A pop on the butt or on the hand, or even getting a belt to pop them, to have them put some kind of fear in them. But I don't mean whooping them with your strength, and the only time that you give them a break is when you get tired and get a second wind. Nah, that's abuse. So I do believe in spanking a child, not beating a child. Number 7, how do I feel about women being too emotional to run the world? We run the doggone world anyway. We run the household. So why can't we run the world? It brings balance and empathy and sympathy and compassion, that nurturing, that love, that concern. Why not? If we can run a whole household and keep balance and keep the husband together and the children together, we play a big role in keeping the household together. Why wouldn't we play a good role in keeping the world, our country together? So I believe that we can rule the world. We can, with the emotions. So we're not too emotional to run. I think we have enough emotions and not be so cold and doing things. I think we make better choices than men too. Okay, question number 8. How do you feel about Black Lives Matter? I'm strong on Black Lives Matter. I just wish that we all were strong on Black Lives Matter. Now, all lives matter is true, but your own race should matter above everyone. They should matter. And if we don't put it and show for others that Black Lives Matter, it's going to make it hard for others to believe that we matter. You know, so I'm a strong believer in Black Lives Matter. Number 9, what is the difference about being Black or being African American? I used to believe in African American is what we put down. But I was listening to QI Critical Thinking the other day, and a lot of us are not African American. A lot of us didn't descend from Africa. A lot of us have Indian background. You know, so there, and you look at the history, that not all of us came from Africa. There was a lot of us here from the indigenous like tribes. So I think Black American is better because all of us are not from African descent. Okay, and last and not least, what do I have here? I have, if I win the lottery, would I still do YouTube? Heck yeah. Man, I would be traveling and doing things, and you will be on my journey with me. Oh, yes. And not only that, I will have the fancy cameras and all that, and I will probably be vlogging every day, showing my best life. However, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, guys. Please be careful out there. And those that are beefing, please don't bring the new year in beefing. Don't do that. Do not. Let it be a new beginning with new blessings that God grants us every day, every time we open up our eyes. So today, after you hear this, please go out and just bless someone, even if it's just with a smile. And those that are beefing, please stop the beefing. It's got to stop, especially amongst our own people. That's showing that Black Lives Matter and not have the crab mentality. So right now, I thank Lady Nika for tagging me. I'm tagging Dr. Sandra on what's her Authentik, or I'll leave it in the link below. BabmaGirl QI Clinical Thinking. And the other young lady, I know her by Dr. Cassandra. I forget her her title on YouTube, but I'll link it below, and please go subscribe to their channels. Okay, guys, blessing, and again, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, be a blessing. Bye-bye.